Good morning, Back to Basics. It's Julie, and it's Wednesday morning, and it truly is Wednesday morning. I'm sitting outside here with my dogs as I'm trying to get them to do their morning ritual. And, I've just woken up, so I've got morning face, so I apologize. Not from the morning face, but for my not being able to think very clearly in the morning. Last night, I was doing the video for today and fell asleep during it. A whole minute into it, so it wasn't worth keeping. Today's question, I think, is really interesting. It is, do you have a bucket list? And have you accomplished anything on the bucket list? If so, what? What is on your bucket list? Do I continually add to the bucket list? And if so, what have I added? Have there been any new things that have surprised me that have been, that kind of magically make it to the bucket list? And how do I feel when I've accomplished these things? Yeah, I have a bucket list. I think a lot of people do have a bucket list, especially when you've been morbidly obese and physically restrained from doing a lot of things that you can't do when you're morbidly obese. And so you imagine yourself doing those things. One of those things, and it was a small thing, but it's a big thing. One of those things was a bathing suit. Always was a bathing suit, going out in public, not being ashamed. In fact, I did it yesterday. My nephew, excuse me, it's early morning. My nephew is here for 2 weeks, while his dad is working, and I get to play, hey, I've got a small kid in my house again, which I don't, and that's probably why I'm falling asleep early every night. Excuse me. Excuse me also. Sorry, had to deal with barking dogs. And anyway, as I was saying, I'm taking care of my nephew Spencer, and I took him to our public pool yesterday, and I had to wear a bathing suit, and I felt perfectly normal, which is what I wanted to feel. My goal, at least in my journey, has been to feel normal, whatever normal is for me. And normal may be something very different for everybody else. But I really wanted to feel normal. And yeah. So I got, I wore my bathing suit. It was a mom bathing suit. It wasn't a bikini or anything. But one thing on my list has also been to wear a bikini. And my husband and my son and I, when we were living in South America, got to go to Rio de Janeiro. And I wore a bikini because on the beaches in Rio, nobody wears a full piece or tankini. Nobody. Even morbidly obese people wear bikinis. And so I wore a bikini, and I looked pretty good, decent in it too. I was pretty proud of myself. So that was something on my bucket list. Bikini and feeling very, very normal at a public bathing pool. Second thing on my bucket list has been to buy decent clothes, be able to walk into any store and buy decent clothes whenever I want. And I do that on a regular basis. I have been doing it since for 3 years now. It's been nice. Even when I've gained a little bit of weight, or I've lost a little bit of weight, it's always been the ability to buy things. I mean, my current outfit, Old Navy. So it's been kind of nice. And I now feel, hey, I just buy whatever, whenever, and it's kind of fun. third thing on my bucket list was to be able to run. And those of you who know me well know that I like to run. And I wanted to compete in a race, and I did. And I trained. Well, my way of training, I trained myself. But I trained, and I ran a 10K. Was it last year? I think it was last year, last May. And last May, yes. I ran a 10K last May. I did it in an hour, which I was very proud of. So 10K is about 6.2 miles, more or less. So I did it in an hour. I was very proud of myself, and so that was really cool to be part of a race, and I got a medal and everything like that. And so one thing that continues to be on my bucket list is to get involved in a new race, a new effort, but that involves planning and all that kind of stuff. So I'm hoping before I leave for Africa in September. I keep rubbing my eyes because I don't have any makeup on and I want them to look better. Sorry. I look so bad. Anyway, I'm hoping by September, before we leave in September for Africa, that I will be able to be involved in another race. Third thing. Oh, no, that was the third thing. Fourth thing, I really wanted to do something that would stretch my limits. Meaning that I wanted to push myself to where I was not comfortable, and not anxious or anything, but push myself. And so when I was still living in Paraguay, I and this also goes with my weight. I got I did a tree climb, where you do a canopy climb, and you have to walk on wires through the trees, and you have to then swing through the trees, and my morning brain is not working for me. And then we had to rappel down a cliff, so I did all of that. And one, I'm afraid of heights. So that was a huge thing. And two, I could never have done it at 310 pounds. And I did it twice. I did it once. I made myself do it once because I was really scared. And the first time I did it, I mean, crossing through the trees on a single rope trapeze, just holding on to other ropes, and just crossing on it, where you could fall to your doom. Oh my God, I thought I would. Now, yeah, I was strapped in and everything, but still, I was dying. And then, the swinging through the trees, that was easy. The rappelling was easy, but it was the crossing on the single rope that was hard. Anyway, that was really cool. So I did it the first time. I was really scared, and then my daughter and her boyfriend came to visit, and we all did it again, and I did it again for a second time because I was proud of myself for doing it the first time. So I'm pretty proud of myself. I might do something crazy like hang gliding. You never know. I'm surprising myself. See, and then this comes into the surprising myself stuff. I'm surprising myself by what I'm willing to take on now. I feel like I have this newfound kind of boldness about me that I never had before. So, I don't know that going through the canopy tour was on my bucket list per se, but it was, and I did it. And so hang gliding seems to be like something I could probably do. I'm not sure about parachutes. It's kind of scary. The whole heights thing is scary for me. Anyway, I have a lot of things And I'm pretty proud of myself for having accomplished them. And one thing I think that's going to be on my bucket list is not just a 10K, but I want to get to like a 13K or a 13 miler. So that would be doubling, not a 13K, but a 13 miler. So that would be doubling what I do for the 10K. So I've been mulling it. And usually when I mull things, that means it's going to be on the bucket list. So anyway, that's a short little bucket list. There are many more bucket list things on there, I'm sure. But those 5 things really popped out at me. Anyway, have a great week, everyone. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye.